Hey, what is up everybody, it's your boy Wano, and today we're gonna talk about Counter-Strike 2's new update and whether or not this is a good thing, as well as if Valve should actually just shift their focus towards some other things that might be more important than this. So for those of you who don't know, Counter-Strike 2 just had an update where on Dust 2, where you get out of CT spawn just as you go to A side, like literally just around the corner. There's a few boxes where your friend can usually boost you up to short, and then you can get there a little bit quicker than just running all the way around. But now they have a box there that kind of allows you to self boost up to short, and it cuts that time down tremendously. Now, what does this actually mean? Is this even important? Well, yes and no. Now lower level players can actually get up to short very quickly because it's really hard to get people, especially in solo queue at least, to boost you up to short very quickly. So you have to run all the way around, and by then if the T's decide to like full rush short, then there's no way you can like actually combat that, and you get insta-wrecked and just, you know, you lose the side. Whereas with higher level players, it's a little bit different. Like, people actually know how to boost you up to short and do stuff like that. So it's a little bit easier, you know, to actually combat that, and everybody can get to their places. This update is a very good thing for like newer players or lower level players, because now you can actually get there on your own, and the people who you would have like had to say, hey, boost me up there, no, go there, do this, do that, and or whatever, you know, struggle that would have been, they can actually get to where they need to be, and you can get up to short and you can defend the side as you should. With the higher level players, on the other hand, it's gonna get a little bit dangerous. Now, higher level players already know how to defend short. Now they can do that even better because they can get to short much quicker. And I think it's gonna make it really hard to attack high level players in the game, and it's gonna make it much easier for them to actually defend the side, because you just need like a smoke and then you're done. You don't need anything else for short, except if they like, you know, randomly shoot through smoke and you get a one tap that way. But that's not the case. What I'm a little bit frustrated about is, even though they actually did something, you know, to change the map up a bit and to help lower level players and whatever, the reasoning behind this is, why are they still not focusing on the really pressing matters of this game? I'm talking about stuff like the performance issues, where you get hectic FPS drops for no reason in the game. Secondly, the networking, which is a massive issue. Like, I mean, I don't know if anybody else experiences as much, but if I get a disconnect for like a split second in my internet, like something weird and miraculous happens, and it's like you just get a little one, then your ping goes up to like 800, 700, and it stays there for rounds at a time, unless you like literally restart the game just to fix that one issue. And most of the time it takes out your timeout that you would have had if something actually were to happen to somebody in the team. I mean, that's a stupid issue to have in a game like this, which is really competitive. And it's not like this is a new issue. This has been an issue from the like Counter-Strike Global Offensive days. Why do we still have this issue right now? This is a new engine, this is a new everything. Come on, man, that's I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. That's crazy, Valve, it's crazy. And with the performance issues on the other hand, which is the last thing I'm probably going to talk about, you own Steam, which means you know exactly what types of systems everybody is playing on. You have a massive catalog of information you can work off, which means you know exactly what type of PCs play Counter-Strike. Why don't you just optimize it for those PCs and maybe a little bit lower? A lot of people have whatever counts as budget nowadays, which is normally pretty good systems, and just because they don't have like a massively good CPU, they can't really play the game, because they get like frame drops to like the 60s from 160, which I know I sound like a spoiled brat complaining. I know a lot of people is like, hey, I barely even get 60. But the fact of the matter is, you are supposed to get much more than 60 in most cases. Like, I know this isn't that graphically demanding, the game at least, so you don't need that good of a GPU, but you need a pretty beefy CPU to play the game. And it's like, why? Just optimize your game a little bit better so people can get up to like at least 160 FPS and then go from there. Like, I'm not saying give us 500 FPS on like normal systems, but at least give us a stable like 160 to 250-ish if you have a decent system. I mean, I've got an RTX 3070 in here. I've got a Ryzen 5 5600G, which, yeah, is an APU, but it's still a 6-core 12-thread APU. And I've got 32 gigabytes of RAM with an NVMe drive, which my Counter-Strike is on. And I'd still struggle in a lot of cases with the game set to low. Like, that is not supposed to happen. Just optimize the game for like the budget systems so that everybody can enjoy the experience. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? I mean, it's an awesome game. We all love Counter-Strike. Most of us love Counter-Strike. It just, we need a reason to play the game. In any case, apart from, talking to Valve, I'm gonna talk to you guys now. What do you think should be actually added in the game? Like, do you actually want something specifically added in the game? Or do you think that they should do anything else, like, maybe fix the anti-cheat, which a lot of people are, struggling with, or possibly just not understand, or anything like that? Just let me know in the comments, and as always, like, subscribe if you enjoyed. And I've got one question for all of you. Do you want to play?